Just giving my fish a little feed. I've got some additions in here. I've got a Betta fish, or Betta. It's a female, but I was really concerned before putting her in here. It's sort of saying do not put with Gouramis, and maybe don't put with Guppies, because the fintail might mistake it for another Betta, although that's more to do with males that might start doing their territory. So luckily females are not so bad. They're fine with Plecos, which is good. Now Angelfish is another one. I think it's more to do with males. Don't put them in angelfish with male beaters because of the long fins again. Might get mistaken. But it's only been in there like a day or so far, and things are looking not too bad. At first the beta was a bit nervous. There is another one in there, which maybe I'll find in a minute, up there. And then we've got a couple of mollies, black molly there, quite a large molly there, and then there's another yellow molly somewhere. Another new addition is this shark. Now I don't think that's like a real shark, it's just called a shark, but it seems to be almost like a bottom feeder. It skims over the leaves and things and sees if there's anything hanging around for it to eat. Now it also said sort of that the beaters shouldn't really be in with them, so I am keeping an eye on it, and I sat there for quite a few hours. The beta fish mainly hid away, feel safe, and when fish come a bit close to investigate, it was a little bit runny offy, done the off. But it seems to be a lot more relaxed now. You are advised to put beta fish into an established tank, because then they haven't got a territory that feels like it's invaded, and they haven't got to feel like they've got to defend it. But this is a female, so it's a little bit different. Yeah, sorry about the reflections, people. I've got a window directly behind me. So see the other tank. I've put there's some more mollies in here, and we've got some neons. So these are all fish that require generally a smaller tank, and the black skirt tetras. Now they're like nipping about quite a bit. They can do the smaller tank. These tanks are actually roughly the same size. This is just slightly not quite as long. It's about 10 litres in it, I think, difference, not lots. But also I wanted the bigger tank to be like the quieter tank. I'm thinking about the care for the angelfish, slow moving water. See, that's the Fluval U2 that I've got in there. Has got the little air valve, which is slightly covered at the moment, so it's not coming out of there, but it does push a reasonable amount of fast water. Now, even though my Pleco will like fast water, it's pretty happy in both. I've got a Fluval 206 in there. So, and I've also got like a fine gravel. It's called micro gravel in the bottom there. It was all black. If I took that out and put that in my hand, I would just see black. But when it goes in the water, it's black and something else. It's just very strange. But I did buy a bag that had already been opened, so I don't know if it had been mixed with anything or whether that's just the standard way they do it. In some way that I think it's like a slightly faded one, because some people say the black fades, but the black that is there is really good. I mean, it's nice in one way, it's giving it like a speckled look. It's not too bad. I'm thinking of adding some black sand to that to get it a bit blacker. I'm a little bit worried the black sand will just go underneath eventually and not necessarily be seen. So I'm looking to try and work that out, what to do. With this tank, I've literally set this up 48 hours ago, but I have used an established filter, so that's already got the bio in it and everything, that's already got the beneficial bacteria. And I've just got to choose which colour is best, I think, for this tank and the fish. I kind of like the pink. I'm not a big pink fan, but when I see the fish go past, it glows on the side of them. And then the orange fish in front of it looks quite interesting. The white is pretty good. Got the neons skipping in front of it and they show up really nicely. The pink's similar. The black, well, you know, that some people say the black makes the colours stand out and things when they go in front. The white does reflect quite a lot of light, so to me it seems very bright. But then I'm thinking, well, what are these waters like in the tropicals? Well, they have the golden sand. To some degree. And then you've got, even with the coral's, I don't know, mixture of colours really. So, I mean, I could look up and try and find videos of them in their natural habitats and then try and recreate them, because that's what I want. I kind of want a relaxing, happy environment for my fish. This isn't perfect at the moment, but it's no worse than what's in the shops when they don't even have, they have a couple of plants and I don't even think they have gravel and all the fish are in there, you know. So this bigger tank I've got has got space for me to put there is space for a bit more fish or something, but I'm quite happy with it at the moment. I've got the fish I want, got my little Betta, I've got me redfin rainbow shark, I've got my angelfish. I do want to get that tetra out though, because they seem about, and I still feel they stress out the angelfish a little bit, and he's very nippy, very hard to catch, so I'm gonna have to wait until another chance and then put him into the new tank, which by then will have maybe a few more plants and things. So today that plant is literally, now there was an elastic band I had to hold the plant in place, and that has now come off and the plant is staying on, and hopefully it won't come loose, and it's grown into the wood a bit, and as you can see down the bottom, the roots have grown underneath. They haven't like exactly wrapped their way around the wood yet. They're just going more lower down towards the ground. Not quite what I expected, but that's my first plant that's ever to do that. I've got my different hiding places here to help some of the fish. Pleco likes to be in there sometimes, or behind the wood. The shark likes to go in there, and the Betta will go anywhere in the corners. It's very small. She is, sorry. I need to add some fertiliser and iron to the water to get these to get a bit more red on the plants. So that is a 100 litre tank. I think when I do the measurements, I think it works out about 105. But it's, you know, that's, I think, it's full it right to the top, and I just basically feel how much to fill a tank. So I will fill just above this line so you can't see the line. I don't like this line necessarily, although if you like looking at your fish from above, not really having a lot of luck on that. If you like to look at your fish from above, swimming through, then it's ideal. But usually when I get a new tank, I fill it halfway or more and then leave it a bit. So instead of doing a water change, I just top up. You know, obviously sooner than I would normally do, say, a water change or when I do a clean. So there you go. Yeah, these heaters are the Fluval Digital. Very useful for setting up a new tank because it will, the temperature, you can see what it's reading at, and how much. If it's cold, it will show it's blue, and you know that it's cold at the time, and you're just waiting for it to warm up. You know which side things are, because these thermometers, I find them not always that accurate. I've had two of these side by side, and one reads 1 degree different to the other, so it's not very helpful. I actually quite prefer these type of stick-on thermometers. It shows, say for a moment, it's about 26, so 27 is slightly lit, and so is 25. So it kind of, it's kind of strange how it works, but or displays, should we say. But both these tanks are 26, as you can should be able to see on there. Can you see the 26? Can I zoom? Yeah, there you go, 26. And it's got a nice little switch. You just flick it to the left and it'll go down one, or if you flick it to the right, go up one. Very well designed compared to the Independent types, or the, you know, where you've got a knob to turn. And they're rather frustrating, they are, because even they don't always read. You go up to what you think says 26, and ends up being not hot enough, or something, or too hot, and you have to adjust it a few times until the thermometer, whatever you've got, is saying the right reading. So yeah, look at the Betta fish. I mean, if I can get it without these reflections. Is that the other tank reflecting? It is, isn't it? But yeah, look, it's doing fine. Seems to be okay now. A bit happier swimming about. When it's feed time, I've just fed them and they're not fighting. You know, when it's feed time, they sometimes get a bit, the angelfish get a bit territorial, and this one here will chase off. What he normally chases off was those ones there, the black skirt tetras. See, on his own, he's a little bit more behaved, but I do want to generally get it out. Well guys, thanks for watching. I hope it's been helpful. I'm going to be doing some FAQs in the next videos, you know, and things. It's quite interesting to know that what fish are related to which. I was told that this gourami is in the same family species as the Betta. So putting them together, especially if it's a male, they would get very territorial. Well, I think luckily the Honey Gourami there, either because it's female, they aren't very aggressive or anything, and so far it's nice how to see all these little community fish getting on together. You know, swimming past each other, and some of them swim together. Yeah, the Gourami is really nice. He's always been curious to who's in the tank, and then sometimes hung about with them a little bit. Yeah, so, you know, the bit is just getting to know everyone and getting the feel of it. Oh look, the Gourami's gone in there, and I think the shark's in there as well. Wow, is that a vanishing hole or what? Yeah, he's come out the back. I didn't even see it come out the back. But yeah, the rainbow shark's nice. There was, I'm glad I got that one because I didn't want the one with just a red tail, which is also quite black. Didn't really want black, but yeah, this is quite interesting. The guppy and the rainbow redfin shark, they've been getting on really well. I'm not sure if they're the same species. Maybe someone can add a comment below. But they've been swimming together. Mainly the guppy's been swimming with the rainbow. But the rainbow don't seem to be too bothered. The guppy's not giving it any much aggro or anything like that. I was considering getting a couple more guppies because I don't really want the guppy to be just on its own, the one. But it does seem to be pretty happy and in the tank swimming about, doing its thing, getting its bit of food or whatever. And it's never been, doesn't get hassled by anyone. And I love the tail. I mean, these guppies got some very brilliant looks. But I have seen, watching someone's video yesterday, they only had a couple of fish in their tank, but they had their eyes, they had dark rings around their eyes. Why does the guppy have to go up there when I want to film it? Yeah, I'm zoomed in a bit here now. That's not bad. Gourami. Black Molly. See, the black Molly's got these little yellow bits around the eyes. But I've seen one with really bright blue eyes. At night, when I put the moonlight on, LED, this fish here, you've got some silver underneath its where its eyes are, and that lights up all blue lines. It's quite amazing. Certain lights, I've managed to get the Molly, and it ends up looking really deep red. Quite crazy, some of these lights. And there's that other Betta there going up to it. Where is it? There. Actually, this zoom mode's better than the other mode. Yeah, another Molly. Yeah, that's I love this one. It does a good job in the tank. Not sure if it's male or female. Female this is again. This is the best video I've done of it. Zooming in's well handy. Oh yeah, look at that. Still being a bit jerky in that, but I'm doing this freehand, not on a tripod. But if you've got a problem with algae, you get one of these Plecs, you won't have a problem. Within 24 hours of having the Plec in my first tank, literally the glass became clean, all the gravel had lost its brown algae within like definite of 2 days. So that was sorted. So it's brilliant little fish. Most people have them. It's a good addition to the tank. You know, they're not all colour. You can get colourful ones. I have, but that's the one I got, and that's the one I got to stick with for about another 10 years until it's gets old and passes away or something. But because I've got 2 tanks now, once I get this nicely designed, so check out, I will be doing a video obviously later on once this tank's finished. If you get any ideas what you know about colours or things, I would like to do rocks. I would like to have more rocks and things, but I don't want the clear background, this glass. So I might put a sand down and put some rocks. But that's what I'm considering more for this, because this has got a nice big external canister filter, which means I can probably have a few less plants in there and put a few more rocks, which would be great for the Plec because it likes to suck on the rocks and get the algae off and things. So that's where I hope it'll be going. So please subscribe, please like the video, and take care.